I can't take it!
You're not bad with money. You're just making 47 financial decisions every single day, and that's approximately 46 too many.
Great, I'll take a large cappuccino, please.
All right, 1 cappuccino coming right up.
Every time you check your balance before buying coffee, every time you wonder if you can afford that $9 subscription, every time you're standing in the checkout line doing mental math, that's not budgeting. That's cognitive self-sabotage. And here's what nobody tells you. That same mental energy you're burning on "can I afford this?" that's the exact energy you need for actual work. Your bleeding focus on mini decisions that a 10-minute setup could handle forever. I tried the traditional budget thing for 3 months. Had a spreadsheet, color-coded by category. I tracked every single purchase like some kind of financial detective. You know what happened? I spent more time feeling guilty about a $6 latte than I did actually saving money. Then I'd get frustrated, say screw it, and blow $180 on DoorDash in one weekend because I was tired of being the fun police on my own life. The system wasn't working because it required me to be perfect every single day. And that's the trap. Everyone thinks budgeting means tracking everything. But tracking is just creating more decisions, more guilt, more tabs open in your brain that you can't close. Meanwhile, your rent hits automatically, your subscriptions charge automatically, your bills auto-pay. So why the hell are you manually managing the one thing that should be most automatic? Where your actual money goes.
Where does your money actually go? Why do it manual? You have autopay for rent, Netflix, phone, and car.
Here's the reframe. Your finances shouldn't require willpower. They should require 10 minutes of setup. Think about your phone. It doesn't ask you every day if it should back up your photos. It just does it. Your car doesn't check with you before locking the doors. It's automated. That's what your money should be. Not budgeting, where you're tracking every transaction like a forensic accountant. I'm talking about a system so boring that you literally forget it exists. And boring is perfect. Boring means it's working. I'm going to give you 3 rules that take about 2 hours to set up, total, and then they run themselves. No willpower, no apps, no guilt. Just a system that handles money while you handle literally everything else. Rule 1, the 60-20-20 auto split. The second your paycheck hits, it splits 3 ways automatically. 60% living, 20% future, 20% freedom. Here's what that actually looks like. Say you make $3,000 a month after taxes. $1,800 goes to your main checking. Rent, groceries, gas, Netflix, your phone bill, whatever keeps your life running. This is your zero guilt zone. If it's in this account, you can spend it. But you have to have your main expenses like rent covered first, of course.
Here's the secret to $600. Send it to the piggy bank, and it grows 20% before you even see it.
And this is the secret that changed everything for me. You cannot budget for savings. You'll always find a reason to skip it. Just this month. I'll catch up next month. But if it never touches your checking account, you literally can't spend it. It's already gone, out of sight, compounding in the background while you're watching Netflix. Now here's where people mess this up. They think this 20% should go straight into some investment account they can't touch. Wrong. Your first job is building what's called an emergency fund. It's just a boring savings account with one purpose. So when your car breaks down or your laptop dies, you don't have to panic or go into debt. The rule is simple. Stack that 20% into a high-yield savings account until you hit $1,000. That's your oh shit buffer. Then keep going until you've got 1 month of expenses saved, then 3 months. Once you hit 3 months of living expenses just sitting there, then you can start thinking about investments. Most people never build this because they're trying to save and invest and pay off debt all at once. Pick one thing. Build the emergency fund first. Everything else gets easier after that. $600 goes to what I call the Freedom Fund, a separate checking account for the good stuff. Concert tickets, nice dinner, that course you've been eyeing. Completely guilt-free because it's literally budgeted for not feeling bad. Now, if you're thinking, I can't save 20% right now because I'm barely covering rent, I get it. Start with 5% or $50. The percentage doesn't matter. The automation does. Even $30 a month on autopilot beats the $200 you keep meaning to save but never do. Here's why this works. You've eliminated the scarcity mindset without eliminating responsibility. You're not depriving yourself, so you won't snap and blow everything on a treat-yourself weekend.
Coffee? Sure. Movie night? Allowed. Nope, not doing that.
But you're also not giving yourself unlimited rope. And once it's set up, you never think about it. You're not being disciplined. The system is being disciplined for you. Rule 2. Kill every variable bill. Variable bills are focus killers. Your electricity bill is different every month. Your phone bill randomly jumps $8. Your credit card has a new number every cycle. Each one creates a micro decision. Is this normal? Should I be worried? Do I need to do something? That's mental overhead, and mental overhead is the enemy. Here's the fix. Make everything the same number every single month. Call your phone company, get a fixed plan. Call your power company, ask about budget billing. They average your yearly usage and charge you the same amount every month. Every subscription you actually use gets set to autopay from that 60% account. Credit cards. This changed my life. One card autopays in full every month from checking. I use it for everything in that 60% bucket. One transaction to review, one payment, zero mental energy. But what about tracking my spending? Wrong question. The right question is, do I trust my system? If 60% of your income is going to living expenses and you're only spending from that account, you literally cannot overspend. The account balance is your budget. When it's getting low, you chill. When there's plenty, you're fine. You've replaced track 47 transactions and feel bad about 12 of them with glance at one number.
You're not bad with money.
Rule 3. The Annual Financial Blackout. Once a year, literally once, you do a full financial review. Mark it in your calendar like a dentist appointment. Block 3 hours. This is the only time you're allowed to stress about money. You review your percentages, you cut subscriptions you forgot about, you check if your savings are in the right accounts, earning actual interest. You adjust if your income changed. You make sure the automation is still running. Then you close the laptop and don't think about finances for another 365 days. This is what makes the whole thing sustainable. Because here's what happens when you try to stay on top of your finances every week. You burn out. Decision fatigue sets in. You start resenting the whole thing. Eventually, you just stop. But one annual review? That's manageable. Same commitment as a yearly physical. You show up, tune up the system, and leave. Fair warning, the first month feels weird. You'll want to check your accounts constantly. You'll wonder if it's really working. That's normal. By month 2, you'll start trusting it. By month 3, you'll forget it's even happening. That's when you've won. Now, what happens when actual emergencies hit? Because they will. This is why that emergency fund exists. Car repair? Emergency fund. Medical bill? Emergency fund. Laptop dies the day before a deadline? Emergency fund.
Oh man, so glad I have an emergency fund.
You transfer what you need from savings to checking. You'll be able to handle it. No stress. No credit card debt. No, I can't afford this panic. Then, and this is important, you rebuild it. That 20% keeps flowing automatically. Within a few months, you're back to being fully funded. What you don't do is stop the automation. The system keeps running even when you tap into it. That's the whole point. It's not a perfect system that only works when nothing goes wrong. It's a resilient system that handles the fact that life is messy. And here's what I learned the hard way. Before I had this system, every unexpected expense felt like a crisis. $400 car repair? Financial emergency. After I built the buffer, same $400 repair was just annoying. Still sucked, but it didn't derail my entire month. That's the difference between having a system and not having one.
Here's what's actually happening. You're batching financial decisions. Every decision, no matter how small, has a cognitive cost. It's why Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. Not because he was weird, because he was conserving mental energy for decisions that actually mattered. Your finances are the same. Every time you manually move money to savings, that's a decision. Every time you check your balance before buying something, that's a decision. Every time you feel guilty about a purchase, that's emotional labor. Automate the system, and you've eliminated 200 micro decisions per month. That's not just financial peace, that's getting your brain back. Look, productivity isn't about squeezing more hours out of your day. It's about eliminating the background noise that's draining your battery without you realizing it. Your finances should be boring. They should be invisible. They should just work. So here's what you do right now. Open your banking app. Don't set anything up yet. Just find where the automatic transfer button is. That's it. Just prove to yourself you know where to click. Takes 5 seconds. Then, when you're ready, maybe tonight, maybe this weekend, you set up one automatic transfer. Your next paycheck, 20% to savings the day after it hits. That's the whole first step. And here's what happens. Next week, you'll buy lunch without checking your balance first. You won't wonder if you can afford it. You won't do the mental math. You'll just eat. That tiny moment of peace, that's what this is actually about. Not becoming a millionaire, just getting your brain back so you can focus on things that actually matter. Now go set it up and stop thinking about money.
Yay! Zero guilt. It's in the Freedom Fund.